Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Annex Sports Podcast. I am Marcus.
And I'm Tyler. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. This past week was more of just getting back to work after going to that festival and really just connecting through social media some more, really
Yeah,
reaching out through Instagram,
yeah,
uh connecting with more communities and just really getting myself out there.
yeah. Been going good.
Yeah, everything's going good.
That's cool.
Just been kind of taking care of my health as usual.
Yeah, yeah. Got to stay on top of that.
Sticking with the meditations.
Hell yeah.
Done a couple of extra meditations throughout the week, and it's really been working. Saving up money, getting ready to go to a festival for my birthday.
Yeah, you tell
So
me about that.
that's
That's
gonna be pretty
exciting.
fun.
Yeah. What do you think about these games we've had, man?
These games, they have been exactly what I feel like we thought they would be. I've been surprised though by some of these scores.
Yeah.
Like, I knew it'd be like back and forth games, like when it comes to the wins and losses. But the scores, like, sometimes they've just been like extreme blowouts.
Yeah.
And it's like, no,
That's what the 3-point shots kind of done though,
Mhm.
Sometimes now with how good of shooters they are, just they start knocking them down to get on a crazy run and the game becomes a huge blowout. But talk about this series, the East series a little bit. We had game 2, Boston tied it up here to come back. Marcus Smart and Al Horford didn't play in game 1. They played in the second game here. Marcus Smart actually dropped 24 points. That's impressive. And his defense, you could tell he was making a huge impact on the game.
Wow.
His defensive intensity on Jimmy Butler was pretty good. After that game 1 Jimmy Butler had where he put up 41. That was insane. Jason Tatum had a solid 27 points on 8 for 13 shooting, so he's being real efficient.
Yeah, that's really efficient. That's like what, 60%? Somewhere
around there, yeah. And then they got a 24 from Jaylen Brown as well on 9 for 17, so that's just under 50%. That's still really good shooting. 4 for 7 from the 3.
4 for 7. Wow, that's pretty good.
Jimmy Butler put up 29, and he's been. I want to say he's probably been alongside Jason Tatum as the most impressive player in the playoffs, at least in my opinion.
I could say I agree for that.
Yeah, after game 1, he put up 41. That's his third 40-point game in the playoffs.
Wow.
He put up a 29 on 11 for 18 shooting. So like he's putting up these points and doing it from a crazy efficient point. Like I think he was 12 for 19 when he had the 41 because he shot 18 free throws and 17 for 18.
Now, isn't that a Heat record?
Which one?
The most 40-point games in a playoff.
Yeah, I think it was.
I think it was one more than LeBron. I think I saw that get broken not too long ago. And he's had his that last series.
Yeah.
That last series too. I think he was the first player in Heat history or something to have at least over 30 in every away game or something.
Yeah. He scored every 30 in every away game. Like he's just he takes his play in the playoffs is crazy. He takes it to a whole nother level, just from every aspect. His points go up, his assist, rebounds, his field goal percentage. It's not like he's shooting the ball more and his percentage is going down. His percentage is going up.
It's very impressive. Jimmy Butler, I feel like he's one of those players that doesn't get as much credit as he deserves for the progress he's made in his career. I mean, he's someone that was pretty much just like a wingman underneath Derrick Rose in Chicago. And nobody really thought Jimmy Butler would end up being a top leader for a team.
Right.
And
he's showing he can.
Yeah.
See what happens with the rest of the playoffs here. He might be getting that recognition now. We'll see how far they go. For me, the question is, do the Heat have enough behind Jimmy Butler to match up with the Celtics? Because you look at the box score here, he put up 29, but other than that, Vincent was 14. Oladipo 14 off the bench here, 11. None of that's impressive. And you look at the Celtics, they're getting 27, 24, 24, 19, 10, 10. They're getting it from everywhere. And Jason Tatum, he's been a consistent superstar in the playoffs. He's coming out every game and going to do his thing. I mean, he had a horrible third quarter in game 1 with the 6 turnovers, but he still put up 21 in the first half. So he's going to come out and play well every game. And he has this squad behind him. They're going to be hard to beat.
They are. I definitely agree. I know the Miami Heat are getting Kyle Lowry back tonight. So that should definitely
that'll be interesting
because Lowry brings that veteran experience, the championship experience from Toronto, and he'll be able to help match up with let's see, Marcus Smart at point guard.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be interesting because Marcus Smart will now have to have another person to pay attention to rather than Jimmy Butler, so to say.
Yeah.
So now it's going to
It'll
spread
definitely
things
make
out.
it interesting. We'll see what happens there.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
I'm still pretty confident in my Celtics pick here.
Who do you got tonight? It's in Boston too. First game in Boston so far.
I think I have Boston tonight. I probably have Boston in 6, so I see them winning probably both these games tonight, or like at home, losing away and then finishing it out in game 6.
At 6, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just watching game 1 in the first half, Jason Tatum put up 21, and they were leading in the first half.
Yeah.
By, I believe, 10 points going into halftime. And that's without Marcus Smart and Al Horford. And then to see what they did in game 2 with Al Horford and Marcus Smart back on the court and how the game's changed. I mean, yeah, we'll see how it changes a little bit with Kyle Lowry now. But I just think the overall Celtics team, as long as they're all there and healthy like this, they're going to be too much for the Heat to overcome. I don't see Jimmy Butler continue to put up 41 every game and getting the win.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly could probably see the same. Part of me wants to say that the Heat will definitely fight to the 7th.
You go with Celtics in 7 then?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Celtics in 7.
Yeah.
And then tonight I'm gonna take the Celtics, and then game 4 I'm gonna take the Heat.
Yeah, that's where one I'm a little bit feeling is game 4. We'll see, but I think I have confidence in Boston at home. So we'll see. We'll see where that goes. And then in the West, move over to the West. There we got Golden State and Dallas in the conference finals. Here, they just played last night. Golden State with a comeback. I believe they were down 19 points at one point. Came back to win by 9. And looking at the win 126-117, looking at their stats here, the box score, Luka put up 42, Brunson put up 31, Bullock put up 21. So you got those scores from those 3 players, and you still lost.
Yeah.
That's kind of devastating. At least like me looking at it.
It is.
Like as a player, as a Luka, you don't admit it, but you just put up 42, 8 and 5. I mean, 12 for 23, 5 for 10 for 3. Like that's a good game.
There's not much else you can do.
And you guys had a 19-point lead and
Bronson
still lost. Yeah. Bronson 31, 7 rebounds himself, 11 for 19 shooting. Bullock 6 for 10 from the 3. Like that's, you got those crazy numbers from
like
those guys.
They were balling on them.
And your defense just isn't there. That's what their downfall is. You gave up 126 points. You put up 117. You should have won. They should have won. So seeing that happen, that's kind of devastating to me now.
It shows you
they'll be lucky to get 1, to be honest. I see it in 5. Golden State in 5.
Yeah, and it also shows you just how good Golden State is.
Yeah, let's look at their box score here. Curry put up 32. Looney 21. You're gonna let Looney put up 21, 12 rebounds.
If Looney's gonna get 20 points, it's definitely over.
Poole off the bench with 23. Wiggins with 16. Klay Thompson with 15.
Wiggins played really good.
Porter with 11. Like,
oof. Yeah, you can't stop.
They're scoring from everywhere. I don't see the Mavericks defense being able to hold up. It's sad. I want to see Luka pull it off.
Golden State's ready, man. They're just ready.
One man, unless your name is LeBron James, can't get you to the finals, you know?
They might sweep them, honestly.
They might. They really might. That's why I said I will probably be surprised if they get 1.
I feel like after Golden State got blown out by Memphis, they've just like really stepped it up.
Yeah.
They're just like not playing around anymore, I feel like.
And Steph Curry, 32 points, 11 for 21, 6 for 10 from the 3, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. Like
8 rebounds.
That's crazy.
Bro, if you're letting Curry get 8 rebounds.
You're letting Looney get 21 points and 12 rebounds.
Oof.
Like, I get it. He's going to out-rebound you guys, but you got to do something to stop him from getting 21 points.
That's the weakness. That's one of the weaknesses of Dallas is they don't have a.
And if you're going to give up 32 to Curry, you got to be slowing down either Wiggins or Thompson or Poole. Like, if you're giving up 32 to Curry, you have to be pushing your defense on someone else. You can't be giving up buckets to everyone. But unfortunately, that's about where I see that going. 4 or 5 games now. I'm going to say 5. Warriors in 5. But it was fun to watch Luka while he was there. It's sad. It's sad.
R.I.P.
Any final thoughts on that?
Tonight, I'm going to go ahead and take.
Is that who we got tonight?
Oh, I mean, tomorrow, my bad.
Yeah, we got Heat Celtics tonight. They play
so tomorrow
at 9, yeah.
I'm going to have to take
in Dallas, first game in Dallas, right?
It's like after seeing them pull away with a lead like that, and then just the Warriors just obliterating them at the end. It's like, do they even get away?
I don't know. I'm going to give it to Dallas tonight. Maybe they have some fight in them. This will be the one game they get tonight. Or are they just fucking? Or either they'll get the one tonight, or they're devastated after that loss, and they're getting swept. If they can't get it tonight, then it's over. It's sweep in 4.
Yeah, I'll give them game 3.
I think Dallas is getting game 3. They're gonna put up a fight. Luka's gonna come out. Luka's gonna drop a 50 burger and get a dub.
50 and 10.
If he drops 50, they get the dub tonight. That'd be crazy.
Oh, that's tomorrow, right?
Yeah, tomorrow. You got me fucked up now. Tonight's Heat and Celtics. Tomorrow is this game. Tonight's gonna be a good game.
It's gonna be intense.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be in Boston. Oh wait, Jimmy Butler in Boston. That's gonna be cool to see.
Yeah. All right. Well, on to our next subject here. We decided to do something a little different today, and we're gonna kind of maybe move forward doing this a few more times. But talked about a little bit on the last episode about ranking the top players in the NBA, top 10, top 12, or whatever in the NBA, all the players. So what we've decided to do is kind of make a little series out of it, starting with the point guards. We're going to list our top 5 point guards and then go through the positions. And once we get through all the positions, we'll do top 10 or something for overall. But I got my top 5 point guards here. I'll go ahead and start. I threw in a number 6 just to an honorable mention here because he is someone who deserves it. But
there's a lot of good players.
Trae Young at number 6, looking the outside in, wanting to make that top 5, not there yet, but up 28 points a game, 9 assists, 4 rebounds, and from 4, 46
28 points a game.
Yeah, he's up there. What kind of held him out, and the one we'll see when I get to 5. This is what I'm talking about, but what kind of held him out is the leadership. He's not quite there yet. The veteran, he's not there yet. I have someone that just has a little more leadership, a little more veteran IQ above him, but and his defense. But that's where I start with number 6. We'll go ahead and put my number 5 out there. My number 5 was Chris Paul, CP3.
Number
point
5.
guard, yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, his points, he's the lowest scoring point guard I have on the list at 19.7, about 20, but his assists, 10.8, rebounds, 4.4, and he's very efficient, 49% shooting. But really what gets him for me is that leadership ability. That's what I have him above Trae Young. He's shown it. I mean, they fell short this year, not making it to the conference finals, not making the finals like they wanted to. But looking at his playoffs last year and this year, his leadership ability is undeniable. It's there. Everyone can see it, For him to come into the Suns organization and turn them around like he has, got them to the end of the playoffs, into the finals. It's just very impressive. And he's fallen off a little bit, getting old, but as of now, he's making my top 5. What you got? Go ahead with your number 5.
So number 5? So I'll go ahead and do an honorable mention as well.
Yeah.
Since you went ahead and did one. So I'll do number 6. My number 6, I'm gonna have to put. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. It's a jam-packed one.
This is rough. It's rough when you sit there and look at it and decide who you want to go where.
Oh man. Okay.
But it's top 5. We got to make the decisions.
Yeah. Number 6. I'm gonna have to say Damian Lillard.
Damn, at number 6. All right.
Yep. Damian Lillard's gonna be my number 6.
Okay.
I really like Dame.
He was injured this year. He had an injury kind of hold him out.
He's really good. He really is good, for sure. I really like Damian Lillard. He's a good all-around player.
Uh-huh.
I don't find his defense that great.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't find that true leadership.
Yeah.
And I'm not like harping on him or anything, but I will say he's had a squad around him a couple times in Portland, even with CJ McCollum too.
Saying okay squad.
There was a period where they had quite a few key players.
He's one of those players that
made a run. It feels like
he hasn't got over that hump.
If he had that like LeBron ability to like just orchestrate, because if you look at his assist,
but also I want to say as a point guard, I feel like it's hard for these guys to have that impact that a LeBron or a Kevin Durant have. There's one guy on this list that I would say has that impact, and we'll get to him in a little bit. But if point guards, usually I don't see point guards as the guys that are the face of the league getting them over the hump. I mean, we'll get to him in a little bit, probably Steph. He's made a huge impact. He's probably one of the only ones that really, like, gets teams over those humps. But I feel it. Damian Lillard hasn't had that impressive playoff run.
Yeah, if you look at his stats too, he really doesn't get too many 10 assist games as a point guard. It's usually around like maybe 4 to 5 a game. So I think he could do a little bit better with contributing the ball as a point guard. And I think that would take the team to the next level. So that's why I'll just leave him at 6, because I feel like there's more ceiling if he really like developed in that way. And then number 5, I'm gonna have to say, wow, this is difficult. I'm gonna have to go ahead and take Ja Morant.
Okay.
Number 5.
Yeah.
So
this is gonna be interesting.
I chose Ja at 5 because, I mean, he really showed it before he got hurt in the playoffs too, that when he wants to, he can take over. And I feel like as he develops more and polishes himself, really finds more, how do you say it? I guess like more groundedness in his game, because I feel like he still gets a little ahead of himself at times. And he'll start like turning the ball over, taking bad shots, stuff like that. I feel like as he polishes that game, takes care of the ball better, and like key possessions, he could really like become something even more, maybe even like a top 3 point guard. Yeah,
he's still so young. He still has a huge ceiling and a way to go, I believe. Yeah.
But yeah, I got Ja at number 5. I got Dame at number 6 as an honorable.
We with my number 4 makes it kind of interesting. My number 4 is actually Damian Lillard.
Ooh, okay.
I had him at number 4. His points are out there. He gets 24 points a game, about 4 rebounds. He's right around 7 assists a game or so. His field goal percentage is a little lower, 40%. He's a little bit on the lower end. He does take a lot of shots, a lot of long threes. Like you said, the leadership is a little bit lacking, but just his ability to score and to make big buckets, big threes when they need him is kind of why I got him up there.
Clutch.
He's super clutch and been impressive up until he got injured. But just ahead of CP3 based on his scoring ability. But I got Damian Lillard at 4 there.
Okay, I like that one. I definitely like that. Yeah, Damian Lillard definitely has to be like somewhere in there though, for sure.
He's in the conversation for sure.
So at number 4, I'm gonna have to go ahead and say CP3, Chris Paul at number 4 for me.
Okay.
The reason why I chose him over Dame and Ja is consistency is one thing too. He's very consistent. I mean, he kind of dropped the ball in those last playoff games.
That's kind of what I was going to say is what's kind of dropped him for me to number 5 instead of being at that 4, maybe 3, is that last series, really just the last series we saw, he just dropped the ball. It was off a cliff and just went downhill quick.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what held CP3 back for me, but his leadership ability is undeniable.
Yeah. And for me, he's been consistent statistically every year. He's always basically 1 or 2 in assists every year. He hardly turns the ball over mostly. He has some crazy ratios when it comes to assist to turnover.
Yeah, his assist to turnover ratio is unbelievable. And he gets steals too. He's a good defensive player.
and he can be very efficient with shooting. Like he had that one game in the playoffs where he
like
made
14 for 14 or
like
whatever.
14 or 14, first player to do that. And you look at everywhere he's gone, he actually has been a consistent leader and has raised that team at least to a playoff team.
You look when he went to the Thunder, he took them from they were just funding to fucking be in the lottery, and he took them to the playoffs. Like he wins everywhere he goes. He does. He turns the culture around as the organization.
And that's
probably one of the best leaders in the NBA.
Yeah, and that's why I have him at number 4 over Ja and Damian, because I haven't really seen Ja or Damian do such things like that, especially Damian. He hasn't really done it with Portland, and I love Damian Lillard.
He hasn't got them over the hump. He's just picking one of those players that statistically, like, consistently puts up those numbers.
Yeah.
You know,
if he had like another really, really good player with him that like had that leadership ability,
I think he needs a really good player that's like a big, like a small forward, power forward, someone like Kevin Durant or someone like some taller player, someone like to play off of him. Yeah, like an Anthony Davis or someone like that. Yeah. Someone to play off of him. That's like a CJ and him are too similar. I feel like they need a better way to space out the ball and spread it out.
Yeah,
but
you saw what CJ did once he got his own team.
He's playing good with
crazy.
Minnesota or New Orleans. Where's he at? New Orleans.
Yeah, New Orleans.
I don't know why I said Minnesota.
They were fighting in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They were doing a thing.
All right. Well,
number 3.
Number 3 here. I actually have Ja. I got Ja number 3.
Oh, okay.
Just based off of what I saw him do at the end there, he was explosive and he was taking over. He really took it under his belt. He wasn't scared of the moment, you know. During the season, about 27.4 points a game, 6.7 assists, even got 5.7 rebounds. And he was another one of the guys that are pretty efficient at 49% on shooting. He plays at the rim a lot, explosive dunks.
He shoots all around the field too.
Yeah, he can go from the basket and hit threes as well. Like I said, he wasn't scared of the moment in the playoffs. He hit some game winners. He took on the moment, took on the defensive pressure, and
he moves the ball too.
Yeah, and he just impressed me a lot in the playoffs. That's kind of why I got him at 3 right now.
Yeah, he's such a unique point guard. He's so unorthodox, his playing style, but he is a.
He reminds you of like a Russell Westbrook or John Wall. You know, Derrick Rose. He's explosive point guards, but he can actually.
I like to
shoot the ball a little better. Yeah, and I don't think he's quite as like jerky. Maybe he lands and is a little smoother, a little softer. So hopefully he'll be able to stay healthy. Yeah, and hopefully he keeps working on a shot so he doesn't fall off the cliff like Westbrook did. But
he's gotta definitely try to pick his battles with how hard he's dunking. Because he's already messing his D's up. Like in the playoffs, he got hurt like how many times with his D's?
Yeah, but a lot of it was based off of what he did in the playoffs. I was very impressed. That's why I got him at 3.
I like that though. Ja's a great player. I really like him. His ceiling is just so high.
He's on the rise.
That's for sure. He has potential to be like.
I think he has potential.
The new archetype of like players.
Be top 2 point guards in the league.
Him and I'm not even gonna say the name.
We'll get there.
So my number 3, I'm gonna go ahead and take. You ready for this one?
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving.
Ooh, Kyrie. That's what I was.
Kyrie.
Left off. Yeah.
Kyrie, man. Like when I really look at individual point guard play, ball handling ability to get to the hoop, cross people, just be able to move the ball and finish as well. Kyrie. And he's clutch with his threes.
Yeah.
And Kyrie, like, he was performing in those games. KD, though, I don't know what was going on with KD. He was slipping big time. I actually saw Kyrie, he was getting mad at KD a couple of times in those games because of how bad he was playing. But yeah, I got Kyrie at 3 just because, I mean, we all know what Kyrie brings, you know, those handling abilities and his finishing to the hoop. Yeah. 3-point.
If I would have Kyrie, I've left Kyrie off my list. If I put him in there, it'd probably be, he's right around there with Trey to me, around that 6. He might be ahead of Trey, honestly. But what he lacks for me is that leadership and that defensive ability.
Yeah.
His offensive ability, ball handling, scoring at the rim, shooting, he's incredible. But I feel like he really lacks some leadership and lacks the defensive ability. But yeah, he's right there. I'd have him right about 6 or so. He is definitely, and the best ability is availability. So he didn't play much this year,
Yeah, that's funny.
But neither did like Dame. So yeah, Kyrie, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, I really like Kyrie.
All right, my number down to the top 2 here. I could bet we probably kind of have a similar top 2, maybe. I'm not sure. We'll see. My number 2, I have Steph Curry.
Mm-hmm.
What he's done, what he's capable of, undeniable. We're watching him do it right now in the playoffs. As we said earlier, put up 32 in the last game. Throughout the season, he was at about 25.5, 25.5 points, 6 rebounds, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. My bad. And 43 from the field, and then I don't have his 3-point shooting on there, but he's best 3-point shooter in our lifetime.
I think he had like 12 rebounds like 2 games ago.
Yeah,
which is pretty crazy for someone like
does it all over. Like in these playoffs, he came off the bench for the longest time and was still putting up crazy numbers. The impact he makes.
I forgot about that. Dang.
Yeah, the impact he makes on a game just by being on the court, spreading the defense out, because they have to come so far out to him. He's always making the right plays. Mm-hmm. His leadership. He's a great leader.
He really is.
He comes to play every night,
and he just has this undeniable charisma and swag where he just makes fun on that court,
mm-hmm.
and it's something, man. Like last game, he shot that 3, and it was like the nail in the coffin, And it was like that's right before it went in.
Yeah, so I got him at 2. I got him at 2 right now.
Yeah, All right. So I'm sure it's going to be very similar, but my number 2, I'm going to have to say Luka.
Mm-hmm.
Luka's going to be my number 2. I'm sure maybe even after like next year, I'll be saying he's my number 1.
Yeah.
But right now I'm going to have to say 2, just because the other person I'm going to have number 1 is really still showing what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
But Luka, he, as an all-around basketball player, he might be like number 3.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Yeah, when we get to that all-around basketball player list, it's going to be interesting.
But I really like what Luka's doing. I feel like he could use probably like one more year of like sharpening up a little bit more, maybe with like his actual like leadership. But when it comes to like on-court ball skills and playing leadership, he's phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like they're heading in a very great direction, that Dallas team. And I could see 1 or 2 championships possibly coming.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, they have a good owner. Mark Cuban is willing to spend the money, so like hopefully they put it together.
Yeah.
Be good to see, especially for Luka. All right, so down to number 1 now. My number 1 top point guard I have right now is Luka. I put Luka there. My bad. I put Luka there because just what he's been doing is unbelievable. His points per game at 28.4, 8.7 assists, 9 rebounds, 45% shooting. And in the playoffs, he just dropped 42. He had a couple other 40-point games already, getting triple doubles. And just the way he carries his Mavericks team.
Yeah.
The Warriors have a full team around Steph Curry. But Steph Curry plays unbelievable, don't get me wrong. But the way Luka carries the Mavericks for the most part, he is Mr. Do-It-All, brings it up and kind of makes the play happen, makes the right decision, finds the open player, takes the shot, makes the bucket himself. The one thing I will say for him, like you said, on the leadership thing, it's not necessarily on the court or like his skill-wise. I think he just needs to be a leader off the court and make sure he is in the best shape possible. I don't feel like he comes into the best shape all the time, doesn't take care of himself. Like if you watch, pay attention to like what LeBron does to take care of his body, Curry, Draymond, these guys, they're spending millions of dollars to take care of themselves. You can at least spend a couple $100,000 or something, at least just eat some healthy food and like go work out, because that'll improve his defense too. And that's where he lacks the most, is on defense and the defensive effort a little bit. So if he just got himself in better shape, I could see that improving and then just continuing to improve every year. Yep. He may one day be the best player in the NBA.
I could definitely see that.
Right now, he's my top point guard.
Yeah, he seems like honestly one of the players that could be like one of those people of the generation.
Mm-hmm.
Like how
he's
like
so young. He's what,
how
22?
Kobe, LeBron, KD, people like that are like the people of the generation.
Him and Jason Tatum are probably going to be going at it for years to come.
Yeah,
like it's going to be good. It's going to be good to watch.
Ja too, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be
a lot of young talent right now.
It's really cool to see. It's really nice to see the tables turning a little bit more spacing out of teams that are competing instead of just Cleveland versus Golden State for 5 years in a row. But yeah, it's nice to see it because it makes
a lot of the older generation is like getting pushed out now. It's like the younger guys coming up. You look at the guys. I mean, yeah, we got the Warriors in there, but I mean the Mavericks leads by Luka. Like the Heat are a pretty young team, and Jimmy's like 30, 31, somewhere around there. And then the Celtics with Jason Tatum leading the way.
Yeah,
we got a lot of young guys leading the way, and like we said earlier, Ja leading Memphis. It's interesting to watch.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards too.
Yeah, I was gonna say Minnesota, young ass team being led. But all right, your number one. Let's see.
So my number one point guard in the NBA right now is gonna have to be old Stephen Curry.
That's what I saw coming. Like, yeah, ours flipped. Yeah. Okay.
And I feel like as surprising as it is, he's getting even better with his game as he's going.
Yeah.
It's like he's contributing in more ways than just scoring now. Like he's more willing to give up the assist now. He's trying to fly under the hoop real quick and grab a rebound. Like he's getting like 7 to around 10 rebounds a game roughly in these last few games. And that's usually not Steph Curry, Steph Curry's usually getting like 2 or 3 rebounds a game.
It's what those top tier players or superstars do, they step up their play in the playoffs. And we're seeing that with Steph, with Luka, with Jimmy Butler on the other side. Like these guys are stepping up their play to another level when the playoffs come. And that's what you ask out of your leaders, and they're giving it to us. That's why they're top of the league,
Yep. And I feel like his defense is a little bit underrated too. Like he does put real effort in his defense. He does get steals.
I'll give that to him over Luka. It does. Like sometimes I watch his effort is there compared to Luka. Sometimes it doesn't look like Luka is putting that effort in at all, So I'll give that to Steph.
He'll get some steals every once in a while too. But I mean, Steph is just we know what Steph is. Like once he gets going and he wants to take over, like it's game over. It's crazy.
And his ability to shoot the three just has such a crazy impact on the game. Yeah. It can flip a game like that. It can turn it from a 10-point deficit to 10-point lead. It can turn it from a tie game to a 20-point lead, just like that. Like
we're talking like he'll come down, pass the ball off. Yeah, he'll either shoot it or he'll pass the ball off, go all the way around the screen, and then come back the other way from the screen, and then catch it and just pop the three. Like, dang man, how do you guard that?
And that's another thing. Like talking about being in condition. He's in great condition, and you watch him play. He's always running, moving. That's how he gets open. How he gets these good shots. Maybe watch the other teams he's playing when they get to the bench, they're all fucking dead.
Yeah,
it's because he's running like they're nonstop movement and being in great condition. That's why you take care of your body. Like,
they got a young ass Jordan Poole. They got a young Jordan Poole out there coming at you.
But I definitely like can see like Steph being number one. It's hard to put Luka, Steph. To me, they're both right there. Just the dominance of Luka right now. I got him number one. Steph is easily number one as well.
Yeah. I respect them both, and I love them both as players. Like they are phenomenal players.
Steph does have that championship experience, that the leadership ability. So give him that nod.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, those are top point guards, top 5 with our honorable mentions there. It's pretty fun to do. Pretty interesting. Keep an eye out next week. We'll do top shooting guards. Move to 2s.
Top 5 shooting guards.
Get our top 5 shooting guards on there. Let us know what you guys think of your top point guards. Give us your list. Anyone we left out? Should I have had Kyrie on there? Any thoughts on all that? A little shorter of an episode today. Any final thoughts?
Final thoughts.
Just excited for the game tonight.
Yeah, honestly, I'm ready to see what's going to happen tonight with the first game in Boston. Are the Heat going to respond, or are they going to lose back-to-back games? That could be interesting to see, because if they lose back-to-back, how much momentum are they going to have going into a game 4 in Boston?
Right.
So It'll be
Celtics have
interesting to
so
see
much
tonight.
momentum right then.
And then the game tomorrow, Dallas.
See if Dallas is going to make a series out of it, or if they're about to get swept.
Dallas is going to have to win this one, I feel like. So if they don't win this one, I feel like their momentum's going to be completely gone, and it's just going to be sucked out of them.
Yeah.
And the Warriors are just going to be
Run
laughing
away
and
with it.
smiling.
Yeah.
Steph Curry's going to be dancing on the court.
Let us know what you guys think of these games coming up. Who you guys got? Celtics, Heat, Mavs, Warriors. If you think the Mavs have a chance at all. We're doing another episode a little bit later this week. Cameron should be joining us back finally. Be nice to have him back.
Yeah, man.
See what we have going on then. See what topics we can touch on. Maybe throw in a little football. See what's going on in the NFL at that point.
We can talk about his New Orleans Saints schedule too. Go over that.
Yeah. And the new pickups. He hasn't been here in a little bit, so he can touch on a lot of that.
They got some really good pickups too.
Yeah. Other than that, make sure you subscribe. Go like the Facebook page, NX Sports Podcast. Appreciate all the support. Keep an eye out for any news, any articles we drop. Other than that, we'll see you next time.
Thank you, guys.
It's gonna be fun doing top players. Trying to find the mouse.